today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know it's called life. It's called fibro. Um,
Don't let inner peace get interrupted by
I'm in a lot of pain in my shoulders and neck, and I woke up like that yesterday. Well, maybe not. I don't know. The days are running together. Let me say hi to everybody. Bella's Patio Garden, Daydream Believer, Helen Burke, Joe Mama, Semwa, and Terry White. How's everybody doing? Let me get my chat popped out here. Bring it over here and make sure that I am on live chat, not top chat. How's it going? How's it going? I'm in a lot of pain. I'm really enjoying my schedule. I'm really enjoying the new schedule, although I'm finding I don't want you, Mookie. You got to see this cute little pose. You missed it. She looked back at me over her shoulder with her monkey in her mouth, like, There she goes. Hey, Billy Buckland. Give me a second here, folks. I am indeed in a great deal of pain. Oh, I have good news. Let me just do this. And let me read you an email I got today. My elbow doesn't even want me to pick up my tea. I'm going to have to put my tea on my right hand. Put my mug rug. All right. Let me just read the letter from Joe Silliker. I want to say Silkier, but it's actually Silliker. Silliker. Good morning, Bev. I got this morning. I am happy to report that everything came through just fine. Your order has been sent to the warehouse in Winnipeg, and they will be shipping your commercial KitchenAid mixer out today. I expect you should see it by Friday, Monday at the latest. Thank you for your patience for helping sort through this. My patience. This guy went from a phone call yesterday to having my KitchenAid here by Friday or Monday. Oh, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm in my mail now here, and I got to restore my chat. I know. And I told him to send me any kind of like company logo or something that I can put on a video when I do the unboxing, because these guys went above and beyond. I talked to a lady in Calgary, Alberta. She put me in the name of another company in Calgary, Alberta, which is Joe, who phoned all over to find me the one available commercial KitchenAid, and it was in Winnipeg, and it's mine. Can you believe the amount? This is what I'm talking about when I say customer service is a dying breed, because it takes a special type of person to always go that extra mile, especially when I gave him the whole story over the phone about how I had one, and then they lied and said it wasn't going to be here till the end of November. And so I ordered another one from somewhere else. It was supposed to be here in 6 days. And then they came back and told me it wasn't going to be available till January. Both times I had to ask for refunds. Hey, your package is out for delivery. Well, then it'll get here tomorrow. Howie only checks the mail Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You don't see customer service like that. Hey, Gigi Hunter. Well, you know what? I don't even think he was a customer service rep. Pretty sure he was the show Let me just get his title right, because this guy needs a promotion. All right, this guy needs a promotion. Because yeah, he's in Calgary, and his actual title is showroom supervisor. Showroom supervisor. Got me my KitchenAid. Mwah! To you, Joe. Okay, let me just turn the lighting up on my phone here because I can't see it very well. There we go. There we go. I can see you better. Dallas! Terry! Josh Doris, hi, darling. Sherry Lee, Donna Stafford. So, yes, I'm going to now sit down, and for the people, I'm only going to say this one more time. For all those folks out there, or at least the one who asked me, do you need to medicate when you sit down? Why? Same reason I said yesterday. I've been quilting, I've been cooking, I've been cleaning, and now I'm resting while I visit. This is the time that I can. I don't smoke joints around a quilt that I'm working on. That's just stupid, right? Hey, Blue Fire from Tennessee. All right. Speaking of blue, this is my blueberry. Oh, awesome, Cheryl Lee. Am I saying it right? Cheryl, is it Cheryl Lee or is it Cheryl Lee? Pretty hurt about what, Dallas? What's going on, Dallas? Dallas, what's going on? Made it before you asked. The lady was a fraud. Not been back all day. Done nothing. She is out. Oh, Dallas, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. Hey, Charlene Cummings. Hey, Raph and Lori Diorio? You dehydrated? Hi, Jeanette from New Zealand. Now, every time I reach anything higher and try and put pressure on my hand, I feel it here. It really hurts. Oh, Dallas. I know you'll live, but you know what? Only 6 more days to sign up for the holiday card and recipe exchange. How many is on the list so far, Terry? Just out of curiosity. Got my family here. That's what I need. Yeah, well, I wish I was a lot bloody closer, Dallas, because I would have, a crew there in a heartbeat. You know I would. Found out that one of my friends is passing. Oh, well, I'm really sorry to hear that, Lacey Black, but they haven't passed yet, right? So guess what? Now is the time. Now is the time while they're alive that you can tell them how you feel without crying. Maybe not even tell them how you feel. Maybe just share some happy memories. Remind them of when, the happy memories of when you were younger or when you first became friends or whatever, right? Hubby is really mad. Her stuff upstairs still. Has she told you why? Has she called you? Like, seriously, I thought these were people that your friends vouched for. That's, you know what? Maybe you should just hire somebody, Dallas. Get a whole contract made up of duties in exchange for rent, in exchange for if they have a job, but their duties are done. You know what I mean? Before you invite anyone into your home, okay, make sure, I don't know, Dallas. I'm just as disappointed as you are. I'm really pissed about this. I am. Please talk to me in all caps. Yes. MRI, EMG, and NCV this week. Pray they find the source of pain, please. And if they don't, they'll just tell you have fibromyalgia. But yes, we will pray that you find the source of the pain. It would be so hard for me. I've been nicknamed God's tear duct. What? Nothing at all. He is pissed too. The neighbor is. Fine. We see what we can get done ASAP. Took forever to get on the live. Hi, Donna Holland. How's it going? Andrew, 9 p.m. here in Yorkshire. I'm about to get heavily medicated. I caught my elbow on a fence today. Ooh. Well, you know what? I'm enjoying the later ones too because I get stuff done. Hang on. I've got to get my medication organized here. There we go. It's hard to get this little pin straight down right down the center because this has a tendency to roll on itself. All right. Hey, Rachel Compton, just done with your math test. How did it go? Beth Trojanowski, how are you, darling? Okay, let me just focus here just for a second, folks, because I am in a lot of pain. Is it your left elbow by any chance, Andrew? You're a pole worker. Oh my goodness. Duh, don't even want to hear the pole. The only pole I want to think about right now is... Oh, never mind. Never mind. We just won't go there. Just a gentle reminder. Thank you, Terry. All right. Let me just get my stuff together here. Because I discovered... Remember I got all excited because I had 2.5 rows left on the quilt. I finished that half row, rolled the quilt. I actually have 3 full rows to do now. I'm off work by the time you come on. Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's easier because I was getting up, brushing my teeth, putting up my hair, getting dressed, putting the dog out, making a cup of tea. And by the time I actually sat down here, it was like noon, right? And then I would do my email and check all my stuff. And then I would come on around 1:30. Well, that's my day gone, and I've actually done nothing but get dressed and brush my teeth. So now, like if you notice the picture that my hair was all over the place and stuff, that's how I've been all morning. I finished the other half of the row. I haven't vacuumed yet. I unloaded and loaded the dishwasher. I put a frozen roast chicken with 3 big russet potatoes, a nice big onion, and 4 decent-sized carrots in the roasting pan. I've unloaded and loaded the dishwasher, got it running, and I'm here. And now I can relax guilt-free. Hang on a second, folks. Hey, Autumn Gypsy! Fizzlepits! What a great name! Bourbon, how are you? Ann Lewis, Joseph Black, Minnesota country girl. Wow, relax at Sage Spa. Okay, hang on. You're going to have to excuse the lady behind the fan because she's going to be out behind it a lot over the next 15 minutes or so. Let me just push this down in here. There we go. Now she wants up. Now she's ready to visit because I ignored her. Oh, can you wait till I turn around? Did you like the snow? Was you playing in the snow? Gracie loves snow. The deeper the better. She wades through it in big leaps, and then she finds a place to stop, and she eats it like ice cream. Yes, your mommy, baby. Oh, yes, you is, you're told. But you gotta stop taking wood from the pile. Now, listen. Look at Mom. You gotta stop taking wood from by the wood stove. Don't you try and kiss it out of me. You gotta stop taking wood from the wood stove and chewing it up all over my rug. Listen to me. Careful. Yeah, I know. You can't distract me with the monkey. You also have to stop tearing all the blankets and sheets that I've got hair in your mouth or something. Hold still. Jesus, Gracie. All right. Oh, she's feeling the scolding, eh? Or she wouldn't be putting her head back down. All right. Ow, my elbow. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. No, it's okay. Sorry, baby. Sorry, I wasn't yelling at you. It's Mommy's elbow. It's Mommy's elbow. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Give me a kiss. No, give me. No, it's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'll scratch you down here. All right. Well, you just wanted to get down to fix my elbow, didn't you? There you go. All right. Give me that monkey. My goodness. Wouldn't surprise me. She's smarter than your average dog. And her and I spend so much time together on a daily basis. Like, it's not that we spend time together. Like, yeah, she sleeps with me and stuff. But I mean, she's always she's here. She's company like you wouldn't believe. Hey, Tigger bouncing. She does steal. She does steal the camera every single time. Hey, Bev, did you get the mixer taken care of? Yes, Ken. It should be here by Friday, Monday at the latest. Thank you, Joe Siliker. All right. Out comes. Oh, where's my fan? Oh, my elbow's really buggered. It just every once in a while it goes. I had tendonitis in this elbow a long, long time ago. Or was it bursitis? I can't remember. Yes. It's an industrial. It's a commercial KitchenAid. You can't just go into Canadian Tire and buy these. That's why it's been such a nightmare. And I'm going to say again, thank you to everybody who contributed, like, I think it was $750 some, because it turned out costing $1,060. So you guys were a really huge help in me getting this KitchenAid. So the baking is about next week. The baking should start with things like pretzels and raisin bread and all kinds of cool stuff. How's things in your part of the world? Hey, Rena, pretty good. Pretty good. Cold, snowy, snow on the ground. And I've had to ask Howie if he will start feeding and watering the birds, because I'm not walking around the yard in the snow. He hasn't got like when he pulled the plants out of the greenhouse, he was supposed to put all the junk back in, like buckets and sap buckets and all these things. And he hasn't. So now it's snowed and it's all over the ground. And I can't see if I'm going to step on something that's going to make me trip, because it's covered in 2 inches of snow. And I told Howie, I wanted to do these chickens weeks ago, probably 2 weeks ago. I said, I don't like the idea of you sitting out there in the snow, dunking birds in hot water and plucking them in the cold with because his hands are starting to go after a lifetime of abusing them. But guess what? He says they probably won't get done until next weekend. Not this coming weekend, next weekend. So guess what? Until then, he's got them. They're his duty now. I'm still trying to clear out the freezer. Well, I have to go through the freezer because I have to go through the freezer. Yay! Dallas, you've been working on that card since like March. Oh, right, COVID. Everything's an excuse. COVID's an excuse for every delay in the world right now. Homemade chicken plucker. Oh, honey, we're so past that. I bought Howie the actual whiz-bang chicken plucker plans like 10 years ago. Got him the barrels, everything. Got him the fingers. He's got the fingers, the barrels, all right, and the manual. And now we're retiring from poultry. What's the point, right? Watching Homestead Hearts video on making homemade chicken plucker. Exactly. So there you go, right? Hi, Nana. How you doing, sweetheart? So I'm going to start baking. And as soon as he's ready to do those chickens, then I will pressure cook them and can them. I still have my bag of celery bits and my bag of carrot bits. And I can divide them between 2 canners and put the chickens in. The plucker doesn't have an engine and 4 wheels. Break time from ironing those last 2 flat sheets. Oh my goodness. Hey, Super Hazer! Oh, don't worry about it. We're just here, Carol. We just pretty much got here. Tendonitis in my elbow a few years ago flares up something awful now and again. Sure is hard to do anything when your elbow doesn't work. Do you remember? Do you know what I just had a vision of? Sesame Street. Do you remember the little skit where the one Muppet they didn't have any elbows, and one's arms were like this, and the other guy's arms were like this, and the guy could pick the fruit from the tree, and the other guy could pick it up off the ground, but neither one of them could eat it, so they had to cooperate. One would knock them down, the other would pick it up, and then he would feed him, and then he would hold him and bend over while he fed him. And I lost my elbows. Bev, when you get your new mixer, do a special recipe to christen in the KitchenAid. Yes, I'm going to make pretzels. I've never made them in my life. And I'm going to make a whack of them. Do you think that fruitcake would come out okay if I use dried fruit instead of candied fruit? That's all I ever use now. I don't use candied fruit anymore. I use raisins, currants, dried cranberries, prunes, dried apricots. I mean, trust me, I'm going to make a fruitcake this year. That's not going to look like the kind of fruitcake you use as a doorstop that you get every year at Christmas. It's not going to have red and green, and well, I'll have red, but you know what I mean? Sharon Wade, you love watching me cook. Why is that? I know, Sue Marie. I'm so very excited. Please make snowballs with Nan, and of course, decorate the tree and sing. I love the videos. Well, you know what? Nan, I'm working on it, guys. The only thing, that we just got to be really, really cautious. Nan and Karen, we've got to be able to get Nan up here without exposing her too much, right? I know Karen exposes her because Karen goes to the hospital. Like yesterday, Karen went to the hospital to pay her insurance. Don't ask me, it's a long story. To pay her fees for her insurance that she's got from retiring from the hospital. And so just going to the hospital and back, she's exposing mom. So what's the difference, right? If she comes here, where she's going to actually have less exposure. You know what I mean? I hate candied fruits, but love dried fruits. There you go. Well, there you go, Shannon. Cooking is wonderful. Can you substitute walnuts for pecans in your snowballs, or would that give it a bitter taste? Well, Nana Castles, I'm going to tell you one thing. When I worked at the bakery, I made the snowballs for my boss. And he said, yeah, absolutely, go ahead and make them. And then he taught me how to price them, right, back then. But the following year, his wife, the actual owner of the bakery, came back to work. And because nobody allowed anybody to actually know how the business was properly run, things kind of got into a shambles. And she said, I'm not ordering any more stuff until all this other stuff that was uselessly ordered is used up. And I said, okay. And she said, and I said, well, as long as I have we're out of pecans, we're going to use walnuts. And you're going to use, and I went, no, I'm not. And she said, well, then you're not making them. And I said, that's fine with me. Me personally, don't do to me, you do you. But I actually can't eat walnuts. I can, but they burn my mouth, make my throat sore, my lips get burny and swelling. I don't do walnuts. But to me, it's pecans. It would be like substituting margarine for butter. I mean, I've done it when the kids were small and we were broke, but I love your budget breakdown meals. It's what brought me to you in the first place. Hi, Tasha. Really? You are allergic to walnuts? I don't know if I'm allergic to them. I know Howie is, and it's not the walnut, it's the mold. I can't bring nuts in the shell in the house because that's how we ended up in the hospital on Christmas Eve, covered in hives all over his body from eating walnuts. So, anyway, so the KitchenAid should be here soon, and let the baking commence. I'm going to tell you that when Howie cleaned, okay, he took the fall tablecloth off the island. You know what that means. What's under the fall tablecloth, kiddies? The Christmas tablecloth. I'm surprised because that's not something I would do but it's always under there, right? So that I just peel them off and then put them back on. I layer my tablecloths. I don't rip them all off and put one specific one on. You know what I mean? Hey, Mary Fur, how's it going? Okay, I'll get pecans. I just have a lot of walnuts and need to find something to use them in. Oatmeal raisin walnut cookies. I got lots of cookies that, you could put them in cakes, banana bread. Come on, use your imagination. What goes good with walnuts? Everything! Except me. I don't go good with walnuts. I'm hyped for tonight. Had a great sleep last night after 2 nights waking up every 20 minutes. You know what, Super Hazer? Was it you who told me about the melatonin in the gummies? If it was you, you were absolutely right. I cannot have the melatonin gummies every night. I'll do them for 3 days and then I'll go off for 2, because after taking them for 2 weeks straight, I had 2 nights where I had I would sleep, but I wouldn't get into REM sleep, if that makes any sense. So I wasn't getting any rest. Brownies with walnuts. There you go. That sounds good. Make blue fire Hawaiian blue. Okay. Baklava with crushed walnuts. See, there you go. I use walnuts in my banana bread. Well, see, I don't use walnuts in anything anymore. I used to use walnuts because pecans were so expensive. But at this point, the kids are grown. Howie and I, are budget friendly. We don't drink anymore. We don't smoke cigarettes anymore. So, I mean, there's money for the little extra things, but I still budget. A dozen roses for my wonderful family here on Connected Hearts. Thank you, Dallas. How are your hands doing, darling? I told that melatonin shouldn't be used for long periods. Yes, it doesn't restore the balance, just helps. Exactly. So I don't use the melatonin ones every night anymore. I kind of break them up. Like last night, I had 1 melatonin gummy and 1 knob of butter the size of a gummy, because I used the same butter. I used the same ice cube trays. And I put the butter on my popcorn and I ate the gummy, and it worked. Only 6 more days to sign up for the holiday. Terry, you didn't tell me how many people we have signed up. Avon Leanne, how's it going? Hi, Mrs. V. I usually have been watching YouTube from my bed, being lazy, but I wanted to say thank you for the fun you have provided us through Halloween and your Freaky Friday ghost hairband. Well, thank you. Wow, I didn't realize there were so many things I could use them in. Thank you for the suggestions. Honey, applesauce cake, applesauce muffins, cookies, brownies, cake. I mean, seriously? If Howie wants a dessert, and it's been a while since I made one because I'm kind of stubborn that way. I do have a hand mixer, but I'm kind of stubborn that way. He hasn't fixed my smaller KitchenAids, so I haven't been baking at all. So, I mean, I'm going to be taking that white one apart and re-greasing it myself soon. As soon as my elbow heals enough so I can pick it up. Melatonin does not work for me. Valerian root works better for me. See, that's where I'm opposite. Valerian root is nature's Valium, and I can't have Valium, right? Because it sends me through the roof. It has a total opposite effect on me. Valium, Librium, I can't have either one of those. I can have lorazepam, but I can't have Valium. You know what I mean? Okay, here, but no, I'm not typing, so hugs to all. Okay, sweetheart. Applesauce is good substitute for oil and baking. Well, I'm going to be making an applesauce pie. So I got a whole bunch of things going, and I almost made the applesauce pie today, but my elbow reminded me a rolling pin wasn't going to be in my best interest today. Chicken salad with walnuts and dried cranberries. Oh, no, you lost me there. I don't like putting fruit in salad. I really don't. But it sounds like I know there's a lot of people out there that would just love that. We have 157 that have signed up, hoping we get 200. Shoot, the weather changes make me so sleepy I can't stay awake. It sucks. Well, my cousin Mary Jane, too. It's like the month before the time change starts, she sleeps, right? Like she starts sleeping, and then the week before the time change, and for 2 or 3 days afterwards, she'll do nothing but sleep until it's like turning herself over, a baby over in the crib. And then she just wakes up and she's back on track. Try licorice root then. Licorice root. Komodo dragon updated. Okay. Anytime the weather changes, it's a constant battle. I get it. Winter does the same to me too. It was my birthday yesterday. Where were you yesterday, Bronwyn? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bronwyn P. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Happy birthday, baby. Yesterday. I know, Avonlea. Is it Avonlea Ann or Avonlea Ann? You're welcome, darling. What's going on? My fan is breaking down or something, or the thing is bending. Hang on. Excuse me. Where'd my hammer go? Where did my hammer go? Come on, I know I put things. Oh, yeah, I was digging for screwdrivers today. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, hey, Tracy. Young blood. How do I sign up for the card exchange on Facebook? You go to, you have to have a Facebook account. You don't have to use your Facebook account, but you do have to use it to become a Facebook Connected Hearts page member. And what that does is that's a private group. It's a private group, which means anything you share stays in the walls of the group. And you have to answer the questions and agree to the rules, which is basically, I need to know your YouTube name because it may not be the same as your Facebook name. I need to know how long I've known you so that I can get to know you better, whether I've known you long or not. And the rules are really, really important. No politics, no nastiness, period. I put my Christmas cards up every year. Every year. I mean, I didn't finish decorate my tree last year, but I put my cards up. Hey, Mandy Ann. Hey, from Sydney, Australia. I get a whole other ball game of people too. Like I get all you guys that are here every day, but there's people that form like Andrew and folks from Australia and New Zealand and stuff. They don't get here till later in the day, right? I'm trying to teach myself to paint, so beware. Well, that's wonderful. I still have cards. Somebody sent me, oh, that supper's starting to smell good. Somebody sent me several handmade cards. And I think I sent the last one out, didn't I? Oh, nope, here's one left. Here's one left. I got about 5 of these sent to me several years ago. And these are handmade cards. This note was created by Patricia J. Prettyman. Each card is blank inside for your message. Isn't that beautiful? So I save these. I have one left. And whenever I feel the need to just send somebody something special, you know? So I've been kind of saving that one. I know, isn't it? I mean, handmade is always better. Handmade is always better. I just can't do them anymore. I have all the crafting scissors, and maybe I won't put the popcorn, the styrofoam peanut chain on the tree this year. Maybe I'll do a paper chain. Or maybe I'll continue to do a foil one. Who knows? Yes, handmade all the way, if you can, but I can't do that anymore, right? I have a Christmas card. Well, it has to be put back up on the wall because Howie was moving things around. I have a Christmas card with 2 squirrels playing by the creek in the snow amongst bare trees. And my Aunt Audrey painted that. She painted all her Christmas cards one year. My Aunt Audrey's an artist. As her first husband, my Uncle Jim, was an artist as well. You can't help but be creative. If you live amongst creative people, or if you just allow, see, people often wonder where my creative energy comes from, or my creations come from. Guys, I never grew up. There's a child in me that Howard has allowed to come to the forefront. All right? He allows my little girl out to romp and play. He taught me how to give my inner child voice. Right? So I have a question too. I was going to make Arthur and Mel's kitty cats quilts, but I was actually thinking of making them a nice big fat mouse. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But there's going to be catnip involved in whatever I make them. Vincent Pellegrino. Do you know who's missing? Where's Tony DeLuca? Hey, Jane Fogel. Please send us some positive vibes here in the U.S. every day, baby. Every day. I got family in the U.S. Aside from you guys, I have blood family in the U.S. And I get concerned. Well, I was thinking I have, hang on. I have this plush velvety fabric, really heavy. And I was thinking, oh, I got an idea. What is that? Okay, those are Christmas presents. Hang on, folks. Just bear with me for a minute here. Where are you? Not there. Not there. Oh, my back. Okay. Remember me buying these? Remember me buying these? What if... It's too bad they're blue. What if I made a little stuffed hedgehog using this for the kitty cat? I know the cats are going to go nuts over these little rubber jobbies. When I mean, and then just put like a little bit of catnip in the nose or something, right? Or maybe even put the. I don't know how I would get that to stay on though. I mean, I'm thinking, right? I don't want to just make them a quilt, right? They're cats, right? But if I make them a toy and sew this on like this piece on the back, right? Maybe put the I don't know. But sew this on the back and make it a little hedgehog toy. But I would have oh jeez and crackers Gracie. Now look, do you like this? I don't think you would like it. I think it's a kitty cat thing. What do you think? Would you like me to rub you with that? Does that feel good? I know the kitties have been doing this, right? All right. Okay. Listen. Go lay by the fire. Thanks for your help. I hate to go, but I need to make dinner. No problem, Bronwyn. Mine is in the oven, and 15 minutes before Daddy comes home, I take the tin foil off to let the chicken brown up. And then I take all the veggies out and I make gravy. Hot glue reinforced with maybe a few X's of fishing line. I'm gonna think about this because it is a plush fabric. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just make the mouse and then put the rubber thing on the bottom. Or maybe I'll just stretch it right over it. Like if I cut it off here and here, I could stretch it right over the mouse. I don't know. It'd be a big mouse, right? Bev, who's a great hair remover for critters. Well, and I'm thinking the cats are I just see the cats. You know how they rub their face up like that? Oh, Trina, not a whole lot. Take care, Evan Leanne. Take care. How do I combine them together? I have to melt. Okay, you're talking to Super Hazer. Bev, as we grow up, we build boundaries around ourselves so we can act socially acceptable. Cannabis allows us to be ourselves and bring out the child from within. Yeah, but I've only been using cannabis for a few years. Howie and I have been together for 30. And sometimes when I call him daddy, it's a little girl inside me wanting a hug. All right. Yeah, I call him daddy because, or papa. Well, papa is I'm training him to be a grandfather. Okay. That's where the papa's coming in now. All right. But me calling him daddy, everybody knows. It's just I used to refer to him as daddy all the time to the boys, right from day one. So it stuck. But every once in a while, I'll see a puppy on the street, or I'll see, now you watch the door. And I'll go, oh my goodness, daddy. And I'll see the puppy. Oh, the baby, daddy. And she'll go, where? She does it when Briar's in the car too. I'll say, oh, look at the puppy, Briar. And she'll go, where? Woof, ruff. She's bloody jealous. But I mean, that's my little girl inside. And Howie never has a problem confusing her with his wife. Individual, socially acceptable is folks, smoking was socially acceptable. Drinking used to be socially acceptable. Okay? Those things change with time and with maturity of the nation, right? Vincent Pellegrino, bunch the fingers together and tie it to be a hedgehog hair. I'll stew on it. I have time. Not much time, though, because I got to mail all their presents out. Because I don't know if they're going to be able to come here for Christmas, and I don't trust. It's already November. Their stuff has to be wrapped and mailed out like within the next 2 weeks. You stumped me, Vincent. You stumped me. Bunch the fingers together and tie it to be the hedgehog's hair. I should get a ball. Oh, no, you can buy balls like this. I think Gracie has one. You want to see how good my lungs are? I'm just relaxing, guys. Oh. I love my dog. I love you too, Vincent. So, no, Gracie, no, there's nothing here for you. She thinks it's a toy now that she should have it. Only 6 people at Thanksgiving in Massachusetts. A strict lockdown starting Friday, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Well, so far, I think we're allowed 10. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to actually look. Isn't that wild? Oh, don't start that stuff. All right, I'm going to go to Facebook and I'm going to look at COVID Information Center. Here we go. Quebec. 1,037 new cases since yesterday. A total of 108,000 cases. 3,500 in Canada, so 1/3 of the Canadian cases can't come out of Quebec. Okay, but they're not telling facts. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. To 10 in Virginia. Well, we've been at 6 for a long time. If we have any at all. All right, Shirley. My mom told me 5 at Thanksgiving for us is allowed. Well, I probably, well, we'll just have to hide the cars. I'm not being irresponsible, folks. I'm not. There are 6 people. Arthur, Mel, Briar, Nan, Karen, me, and Howard. 7 people. Okay? That's all I need. And I'll pay the fines if they come. If we get fined. I mean, there's a huge difference between 7 people gathering for Christmas and last week, somebody in Chelsea, which is only 30 kilometers from here, 35, 40 kilometers from here. All right. Rented an Airbnb and threw a party. And there was, I don't know how many people at the party, but there was like probably 30 people. So just like, right? Governor Newsom keeps changing the rules on us. Well, the truth is none of the rules make any sense because everybody, they're all figuring it out as they go along, right? It's like me and Briar and the arrows in the store, the arrows on the floor. People with anxiety can get overwhelmed just by the arrows on the floor, right? So when Briar and I go shopping, he'll say, Mom, you're going down the wrong aisle. I'll just go, I don't see no stinking arrow. But they meet me at the door with a sanitized cart. They give me hand sanitizer, confirm I'm wearing a mask. Why do I need to know which direction to go down the aisles? I just need to know not to bump into anybody. you, Allie. That curtain isn't actually a curtain. It's a quilt that was sent to me by a very dear friend named Terry. I believe it's Enyon, but I always say it wrong. One day the arrows are there, the next day they're wrong. They're constantly changing things around the store on how you get to the checkout. And I mean, Costco's got it down pat. There's a guy that walks around with a cart that has a marker on it that goes across the cart that shows the social distance parameters you need to follow. And he walks down the center of the aisles to keep the center people divided. They have people that stand at the front. They tell you where to line up and they'll just keep you moving. There you go. There's a fresh checkout. There you go. There you go. I mean, bing, bang, boom. They got it. Hey, Grumpy Goo. How in the world would they enforce those restrictions? They have to rely on our health minister who comes on every commercial break saying COVID is dangerous, COVID is real, watch your hands, wear your masks, reduce your contact with people, get the COVID app. They have an app now here, right? That lets you know where people are. Like if you have had COVID, they expect you to admit it on the app so that people can stay away from you. Or that you can know where people with COVID are. I don't give a fiddler's fart. Honest to God. They are changing okay, I'm going to rant for a minute. They're changing all the friggin' rules on how we are a community. They're changing the rules. People get sick, you're supposed to take them soup, not run in the other direction. You know what I mean? This is what we were taught. Times get tough. We gather together. We circle the wagons. Oh, no, you got to stay far apart. Someone fall. I mean, holy crap. Look at me and who was the couple that just died? The couple on YouTube. She fell and he tried to help her and he fell and they both died. And I'm like, was nobody checking on them? Why? Nobody was checking on them, probably because they were elderly and they didn't want to infect them. So they died alone. Well, okay, together, thank God. But still, that's horrible. You know, illness is a frightening thing, but it's not supposed to frighten us away from trying to be helpful with people. I want to be the guy who came to dinner. Stay back and have a number. Guess what, folks? Okay, Janie, I'm going to blow your mind. You say, I wish we had rules here? There's no such thing as rules. Rules are just the guidelines people are given so that they can behave in a correct way. That's all a rule is. We don't have rules. We got a bunch of chaos. People running around, say masks are good, masks are bad. Herd immunity. No, that's dangerous. We got to give me a break. Give me a break. This is not the Spanish flu, folks. Okay? That killed millions of people. Millions of people in a year. All right. Ginger, you just vote your heart, my darling. Hey, relax. So, I mean, you want rules, make your own. You know what my rules are? Okay? If you want to ride in my vehicle with a mask on because we're not from the same household, good for you. If you don't want to come to dinner, I mean, I'm looking at it this way. Mom being here is in no more danger than she is with Karen in Port Hope. A, she's in an apartment building and she doesn't go anywhere. B, she's in an apartment building and Karen's the only one going in and out, but Karen is still going in and out of an apartment building in a city. Okay, Port Hope's technically a town. It's a city to me, right? Because it's bigger than Wakefield. So There's a lot of selfish, self-entitled people out there. What they need to do is not try to regulate idiots. You can't stop idiots from being idiots. And instead of making things more complicated, they need to simplify everything. Wash your hands, wear a mask. Even if you're in the same house, try not to hug or whatever the case may be, but keep it simple. Wash your hands, wear a mask in public, social distance when you're in public. But for God's sakes, when you're in my house, be in my home. Right? Everything else is just a nightmare. Howie now goes to work every day and he has to answer a questionnaire before they'll let him in the building. Right? Whose birthday? I know this is the total Tower of Babel regime here. There's just too many things going on and it's all going to collapse. And I'm pretty sure the world governments are hoping it and counting on it. They're not counting on people preaching common sense. They're counting on the people running mad so they can lock us all down. That's what you want my opinion. You just got it. More people died of Legionnaire's disease than COVID. From Ali Teal, today is my daughter's birthday. Will you please wish her happy birthday? Her name is Bryn Lee. We love your videos. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bryn Lee. Happy birthday to you. Mwah, mwah. Happy birthday, darling. So, I mean, no, right? We don't have any control about how the powers that be handle all this stuff. The only control, which is an oxymoron, the only thing we can do is we can't stop the world from going to hell in a handbasket, but we can change how we react to it's happening. We don't have to get angry. We don't have to hold up signs and we don't have to, shout at people because their opinion is different from yours. Okay? The only thing we have control over most of the time is how we handle the situations that are presented. And if we let our emotions get in the way, and we let anger get in the way, and we let fear get in the way, all the negative stuff, no one's going to have any common sense. So be the voice of reason. And if you haven't got any reason to give, just be calm, because people will see that. The mask made me cough. I just bought new ones. We do need common decency. It's not just common decency. We talked about this yesterday. It's all about respect. Respect for yourself and respect for everybody else around you, including the idiots and the naysayers and the negative. The more let me put it to you this way. Who are you going to listen to if you're standing watching two people have an argument? Okay? And one person's going, and the other person's going, okay, what's your point? I understand that you're frustrated. Who looks like the idiot? Who are people gonna to turn to? The person who is the calm in the center of the storm. Always be that person if you can. Be the person you wish be the person your dog thinks you are, right? Be that person. Oh, yeah, okay, we're up to an hour. Our saying is, don't argue with stupid. You'll lose every time. Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to do the Special Olympics quote because I find it really upsetting. Okay. But if everybody at school, you sound like my mom. She says that all the time. Do your best to listen. Even if the listening is this, you do have another ear. Listen to the wind. Listen to the trees. Let this roll over until they take a breath and stop. And then you can say, are you okay? That might open up a whole new can of worms. But the thing is 9 times out of 10, if you let that person blow off their steam and you don't react to it in a negative way or a positive way or any other way, don't make any faces at all. But if you let that person blow off steam 9 times out of 10, all you have to do is say, do you feel better? Are you ready to talk? Oh, it's my dishwasher. I'm wondering what the sound was in the background, would you rather be kind or would you rather be right? Right? Always make your decisions from a place of love. Even if the person is a screaming, maniacal stranger spitting at you, make your decision on how you react coming from a place of love for yourself and for all the people standing around and watching, and for the person that's throwing the abuse at you. Not necessarily physical abuse. You just get the hell out of there if there's physical abuse. You know what I mean? You can't fix crazy either. Yeah, but sometimes duct tape and a 2x4 goes a long way to shutting it up. Sorry. It was, it's one of my favorite expressions. I'm at work, so I'm lurking. Hey, Kim. I think that's why we're having an explosive outbreak again. I mean, people can only be told to do so much before we start going, wait a second, you're walking all over my rights, right? But the thing is it's the calm voice that gets heard. Maybe the squeaky wheel that gets the grease, but the grease is just to shut it up. It's the calm voice that actually penetrates the noise fog. You know what I mean? Plant a flower and you'll grow a pearl. There you go. So anyway, yes, it's been over an hour. And for all those who care to, please help me close with some spiritual nourishment. This is you don't have to stay if you don't want to. This is not religion in any way, shape, or form. This is all of us who care to bringing our faiths together in some spiritual nourishment. Our faiths don't have to match. They just have to be honest, right? So you do you and I'll do me. And please don't be offended if I call my higher power God, because I call him God, Chief, hey you. He gets me. She, he. Okay? Shim gets me. All right? So, nice deep breath. Hey, Chief, it's us. Thank you, God, for my new schedule. Thank you for the snow, because it makes me right. Yeah, everybody else doesn't need to know about what I'm talking about. Just God knows. Oh, God. Pray for our friends in the U.S. right now. They're going through a lot of political upheaval, and there's a lot of hot tempers and anger and pain and frustration. So God, please pour the soothing oil of your love over those turbulent waters and allow people to breathe. Allow people to breathe. And for all those people who are sick or tormented or alone or elderly or frightened, Please, God, we lift them up to you so that the sunshine of your love can be smiled down upon them and leak into every orifice of their body, their eyes, their ears, their mouth, their nose, all the way to reach down into their hearts. And for my YouTube friends and family, God, and my friends and family, please, God, winter is coming. And we need to circle the wagons and be the calm voice of reason in the panic that is about to hit a lot. So, God, we don't want the panic. We just want to go forward each day being examples of your love and your peace and common sense. May we present help in the form of calm and common sense. Please look after us, Lord. We literally have nowhere else to turn. But then, that's why we always come to you, right? Then, namaste, Migwitch. Merry meet, blessed be. Peace be with you. Whatever your salutation is to your higher power or your loving energy source, let it be said with love and confidence, knowing you're heard, because I believe we are. Take care. God bless. Tomorrow's Wednesday, which means I'll be back. Love you. God bless.